Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I am teacher Oakley, and in today's class we're going to finish our little series for the last 3 days of looking at simple verb tenses. Day before yesterday we looked at the present tense, yesterday past, and today we're going to look at simple future verb tense. I will talk to you about the forms, and yes, there are 2 forms of simple future tense, and we will look at the simple future in terms of how we use it, look at examples, and then we're all going to practice. You, the students, will get to practice forming some simple future sentences. Okay. Alrighty, hello Salvatore again. Nice to see you.
Hi, okay. Good
Hi.
morning. How are
Morning.
you?
Good. Nice to have you back again. Hello, Max.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Max.
Hello, hello. Hello,
Hi.
hello.
Okay.
I have interesting example, I think.
You do.
About future. Yeah. If you remember, we are talking about future, and we decide verb will we can't use like main verb. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Right.
And recently one native speaker, English speaker, write me some kind of. I try to write this. I will video call you at that time, and I don't know what's main
Yeah.
verb with this sentence.
Well, I would say video call. Well, we'll call, but videos. Okay. I guess we would have to call that a compound verb, video call.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad to help. That's why I'm here. Okay. Anyway, good to see you, Max. Hello. Oh, people popping in and out. Hello, Khaled.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Nice to see you here again.
Thank you, thank you.
Good morning. Is it Oksana?
Yes, good morning. Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you very much. Nice to have you here. Abimelech is back. Okay. Very good.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much. And Nader is here with us as well. Hello, Nader.
Hello.
Hi. How are you
Hi, how are
today?
you? Awesome.
Great.
How are you?
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, for any of you guys who usually attend my Saturday classes, tomorrow's classes, I won't be here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm taking a small vacation. I'm taking the weekend off to travel into the mountains. Okay, so anyway, I'll be back with my regular Saturdays next week. So taking a wee little vacation. But anyway, hope you don't miss me too much. I'll try not to miss you. Okay. All right, let's get to our business at hand, which in fact is looking at simple future verb tenses. All right, first thing to note is that there are 2 different forms in English. We have the will and the verb, and be going to and the verb. Okay, these 2 forms can be used interchangeably, whatever feels right, really most of the time, especially when you're talking about predicting things. All right. However, they can express 2 different meanings, well, really an extra meaning with the be going to. And we'll discuss it more as the class continues. But we use be going to show that it's a planned future event. It's not just a prediction, it's a plan. Um, both will and be going to refer to a specific time in the future. Okay. Simple enough. All right, the two forms, the actual construction. Take a quick look. Will in the verb is actually quite simple. Will is the auxiliary verb. You will help him later. Okay. Simple subject, verb, object here. As always, when we form questions, the first auxiliary goes in the front of the sentence and the subject behind it. Then the rest of the verb. I say the rest of the verb because we'll see in a minute with the be going to how that works. And of course, you will not help him later. The not follows the first auxiliary. So the first auxiliary or helper verb is kind of key when you're forming negative statements or questions. Its placement is kind of key. Of course, normally spoken, we would say, or what would you normally say for this last one, the negative sentence?
As you said, I won't be there. Be.
I did say that, didn't I? I didn't even consciously think about it. Yeah, you're right. I did say that. I won't be here tomorrow. All right. Yeah, I was practicing future tense. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, you're right. You normally, of course, in speaking, you're going to say won't, which is the contraction of will not. All right. Now, the be going to, of course, is a little more complicated. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. First of all, the verb to be has to be properly conjugated with the subject noun. So I am, he, she, it is, you, we, they are. And then going to, always the same. And then your main verb in the usual normal present tense form. Okay, so for example, you are going to meet Jane tonight. I am, okay. When we form the question now, here's where the first, okay, the first part, the first auxiliary, the first helper verb goes first. We've got a lot of parts to this compound verb. It's compound, made of many words. So this compound verb form has a lot of parts. The first auxiliary or helper verb goes first, and then the subject noun, then whatever's left. Are you going to meet Jane tonight? Okay, simple enough. And then the not, again, the first auxiliary is important because not will follow it. You aren't going to meet Jane tonight. Okay, contracted, the normal spoken form, you aren't. Okie doke. Now, so much for the form. Let's move on to how we use the simple future. Okay. Number one, will, to express a voluntary action. There is a suggestion when we use the will in the verb form that this is the future action is a voluntary one. So an offer, for example, often we use will to respond to someone else's complaint or a request for help. Or when we're asking, as in a request, we'll also use will. Will you help me? To ask someone to help us or volunteer to do something for us. Or, of course, we will use the negative if we refuse to voluntarily do something, obviously. Okay, so what are we talking about here? All right, customer service representatives are going to use will a lot. I will send you the information when I get it. Okay. All right. I'm volunteering to do this for you. I will translate the email so Mr. Smith can read it. Okay, fine. Question form, will you help me move this heavy table? Okay, I'm requesting assistance from someone. Will you make dinner? Same thing. Or refusing. I won't do your homework for you. I won't do all the housework myself. Okay, in a conversation, I'm really hungry. All right, not really a request, just a statement of fact, but B volunteers to help. I'll make some sandwiches. Okay. Okay, the phone is ringing. I'll get it. Great. All right. Same thing. All right. Pretty straightforward here. Let's take a look at another very similar use. All right, and then we'll practice. Okay, because these two are very similar. Yes. Question?
Yes, so if it's not a voluntarily action, which tense we use? We'll have to?
Yeah. Okay, well, in that case, you're using have to as a modal, right? A modal, a phrasal modal, yeah. I will have to go to work in the morning. Or just I have to go to work in the morning. I'm talking about tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Like that. So, yeah,
Yes.
I must work tomorrow morning. Must as well. So, modal and a verb, must go. Or have to work. That's right. You don't have any choice about it. Okay. Very similar. Okay. Is it a voluntary offer, or is you're welcome? Voluntary offer or a promise? Well, these are very similar concepts, really. Okay. So we're gonna look at this one as well. I will call you when I arrive. Are you okay? That's a promise. I guess it's more of a promise. Okay, then a future voluntary action, maybe somewhat both. Very similar idea. Ooh, if I am elected President of the United States, I will make sure everyone has access to inexpensive health insurance. Thank you, Mr. Obama. Who can tell me what kind of sentence this is? Anybody?
Ally?
What is this?
Condition.
It is a conditional. It is a conditional sentence, Max. Very good. Do you know specifically what kind of conditional sentence?
I said first.
Promise.
First. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is a promise. Of course, it's a politician, so of course it's a promise. But talking about English grammar, it is the first conditional, or also sometimes known as the real conditional. Interesting little point I want to make here. It's a promise because it's the first conditional. It's real if I am elected president. The speaker of this sentence assumes that he has a real chance of becoming the president. Okay, and so we use will to make a promise. That is correct. Okay. If it doesn't rain, I will go to the beach. Fine. I use a simple present tense in the if clause and always simple future. Okay, in the result clause. All right. This speaker is very hopeful about their chances. If it's more hypothetical, if I were elected president of the United States, I would make sure everyone. Again, I slip into the use of modals because it is a hypothetical. Now it's not really a promise anymore in the second conditional. Just really another way to look at it. Conditional sentences.
Yes. Self-confident.
Yeah, he's a little too confident. Right. I agree. Of course, if we use the word I promise, it's a promise. Well, duh. Okay. I promise I will not tell him about the surprise party. All right. Well, whenever you use the actual word promise, you pretty much are locked into the fact you have to use future simple with will. Okay, don't worry, I'll be careful. All right. All right. Okay, I won't tell anyone your secret. All right, I guess these are definitely promises. So sometimes it's quite clear it's a promise, sometimes it's quite clear it's a voluntary action, but sometimes it's not. I will call when I arrive. I don't know, really, if it's a promise or you're just volunteering to do that. It doesn't really matter because it fits both criteria. Let's try this out. Promise me something. Okay, promise me something. Andre, I never said hello. I never greeted you. Hello, Andre.
Hello, teacher. How is everything?
Everything is great. Hunky dory. Peachy keen. Tickety boo.
Tiki boo?
Tickety boo. Tickety boo. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Make me a promise or offer to help me. You would.
Promise me, I will teach you English.
You want me to promise you? Okay. Promise me. Okay, that's actually good. All right. Promise me. Okay, that's actually good. You will. Okay. What do you say? Teach me English or teach me to speak English? I don't know. Either one. Doesn't matter.
No. Now I will teach you Arabic, so because teach me.
Okay.
If you want, I will teach you Arabic.
Okay. Sure, why not? Okay. Promise me you will teach me English. All right. That's great. Andre, can you make me a promise or volunteer to help me?
I promise you, I gonna get used to your voice in few days.
Ah, okay. This is interesting. All right, wait. I going to get used to thing. You've made a combination of you've got a couple different cover different things going on. I promise you, you're missing something here, Andre. First of all.
I am.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. Oh wow.
Since we haven't that kind in my own language, I'm often just miss that part.
Well, this is a very interesting because you've combined a couple things here. All right. You said I promise you, but then you didn't say I will. Get used to your voice, which would probably be better. But okay, this is not entirely wrong because we'll see later in the lesson. I'm going to. I am going to means it's a plan. So I promise you that I plan to get used to your voice. This is interesting because when Andre says this, he's promising me that he has a plan to do it, but not really that he will do it. Okay? Subtle difference.
We can just substitute the going to will.
Yeah, you could.
I will get used to.
Yes, you certainly can. All right.
I will.
Now this just tells me it's a straight ahead promise. All right.
Since I said that automatically without thinking.
And it is possible. Now earlier I said if you use the word promise, you pretty much have to say will. Well, yes, I was right, but no, I wasn't right. The way that Andre said this is possible. I promise you I'm going to visit you in the next month means I promise you that I have a plan to visit you. So whether I actually do my plan or not depends. It's kind of a sneaky way to make a promise, really. Maybe a little bit. Oksana, you can promise me something, or you can offer to do something for me.
Maybe before questions to you.
Sure.
Okay. Please up this up.
More.
Yeah. Little bit more.
Okay.
No, when arrived, when I will call you when arrived. This sentence.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yes, right here.
I just want to ask why I will call you when I arrive, not I arrived, because before to call you need to arrived to be finish
Right.
you. Well, I just want to know this difference. I will call you when I arrived, or I will call you when I arrive.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Okay. You have, this is future, obviously, this part. Okay, you have two clauses here, right? You understand that. There's two clauses that make up the sentence. I will call you when I arrive. You can not use a past tense here in this clause because this is future. All right? So you cannot say when I arrived. It is possible to actually use a present perfect here. I will call you when I have arrived. Well, not capital, but anyway, because this present perfect, it is possible, I will call you when I have arrived. But it's not really necessary. And really, you need a present tense one way or the other, and it's because of the nature of the meaning of the verb, obviously you can't, well, the idea you arrive, that's not a continuous action. Boom, you're there. So, not sure if I answered your question, but I will call you in the future when I arrive. You can't, it's not possible to make it past tense because I will do something in the future that happened in the past. That doesn't make sense. Okay.
This English sentences like English. I will call you when I arrive.
Yeah, this seems a very natural, normal sentence to me.
Because if Russian says it's little bit different, meaning I will call you when I arrived.
Right.
English.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what I need to do, some promise?
Promise, or you can make me an offer. I will, whatever.
Offer.
Either one. Yeah.
Offer. What's mean offer? Sorry.
Offer? Well, I'll get the door for you. I'll call you a cab. I'll help you with your homework. I will help you fix your car. I will come to your party.
Okay.
Well, that's a promise. I'm sorry.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, I promise you.
Okay.
I will wake up.
Well, you will what?
Wake up. I will wake up 7 morning tomorrow. This only for example.
Okay.
It's possible to say like this.
Well, almost. 7 in the morning. Okay. You need to make it a prepositional phrase, and also wake up. What do I need here? There's something missing.
At.
Yep, that's right. Very good. Specific time, so you need at, the preposition at. Very good. I promise you I will wake up at 7 in the morning. Heh. Yeah, well, this is quite realistic. Sure. Okay. I promise you I will wake up at 7 in the morning. And in reality, these phrases like this, I promise you I will wake up at 7 in the morning, you really have, okay, what do you got going on here? Subject, verb, noun, object, noun, and then another subject, verb. Okay, just subject, there's no object noun, but in any case, this is actually, this is a case where in English, you could put that. I promise you that I will wake up at 7 in the morning, okay, to combine these two clauses. And really, this would be grammatically correct. I always forget to mention this, that you should have this conjunction here to tie these two clauses together. I forget to mention it because in speaking, it's very common to just omit it. This is something called ellipsis. We kind of drop some words sometimes when they're not important. But really, to be grammatically correct, I would need to put that there. I promise you that I will wake up at 7 in the morning, like that.
I promise you that I will get used to your voice in a few days.
Same thing. Yep. Really, we should have that there. I forget to mention this when I'm doing this, stuff with you guys. I forget because we generally speaking, when we talk, we just omit it. We don't say it. And depending on, even in writing, sometimes it's okay to omit it in writing, but very formal academic writing, you should have it, really. Abimelech.
Yes.
Make me a promise I can't refuse.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, an offer. I got that wrong. I was quoting The Godfather. Make me an offer I can't refuse.
Offer?
Yeah.
Do
you know what that means? To make an offer? Well, have you ever seen the movie The Godfather?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, it's about a bunch of criminal family, right? When they make you an offer you can't refuse, they politely say, oh, don't worry, we're gonna take care of your store, and we'll watch out for you, and we will. Don't worry, we will take care of your family. Just give us $1,000. And if you don't, we'll burn down your house and murder your family in their sleep. Thank you very much. An offer you can't refuse. Okay. We'll offer to buy your shop for this price. If you don't sell it, then we'll kill you. Like that. An offer you can't refuse. Okay. Abimelech. Make me an offer.
Offer. Promise me you will teach me English in 3 months.
Okay. A question. Promise me you will. Okay. All right. So this is a question. Well, it's a request, right? This is a request.
Yes.
Not a question, but a request. Okay. All right. So that's a request. Promise me you will teach me English. So there you go. All right. To respond to someone's complaint or request, or to make a request. Okay. Very good. Okay. Salvatore. Make a request, promise me something, or offer to do something for me.
Okay. Don't worry. I will pay the rent for you.
Very good. Don't worry. I will pay the rent for you. Very good. And I accept.
Okay.
Great offer. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'll send you the bill. Okay. Very good. Nader.
I promise to send you a good book soon.
Okay, great. I promise to, okay,
Send
send
you
you a good book
a
soon.
good.
Okay,
So
notice,
here,
yeah,
it's
here,
okay, I guess.
it is okay. We don't have will in this sentence, all right?
But it is implied.
It is implied because, and sometimes this happens when we have time words,
Same phrase.
right? Time words or phrases that make it completely obvious if you're talking about the past or the future, like soon, or like before and after. Often we don't need to worry about the verb tense so much when we use these before, after, soon, because it's quite obvious. All right, this is obviously in simple present tense, but because he uses soon, clearly he's talking about in the future. It's not necessary to have a future
So
simple.
if I say
But
soon, sorry.
Nader, go ahead
but
first. Hang on, Max,
Yes,
or
if I say soon and very soon,
soon, very soon.
soon and very soon.
Doesn't matter.
No. I guess
Oh,
if I say
semantics.
yes,
Yeah. What does it mean to me? I don't know. You know, this could be very individualist. What I consider soon may not be what you consider soon. So soon, I don't know. Soon, it depends what the action is. You know, if somebody says World War III will happen soon, well, okay, what? The next 50 years, maybe soon. But if you said you're going to send me a book soon, I would probably say, okay, in a couple weeks, maybe. So it's relative to the context, okay? Honestly, I would have to say.
excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
But I can say it, I promise you I will send a good book soon. It's right? I can say
Yep.
that.
Yep, you can. I promise you
Okay.
that I will send you a good book soon. Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Yes, you can. So it's not wrong to do that, but it's also not wrong to do this. Yes. Okay. Good point, actually. Okay, Max.
I won't give up to improve my English. And this is the same to say I never give up to improve my English.
Okay, hang on a minute. Well, I never give up. You should be I will never give up.
Okay.
I will never
If
give
I,
up.
if I say just I never give up, it means until now.
I won't give up. No, I will never give up. They're both talking about the future. They both mean the same thing. I won't give up. I will never give up.
No. I mean just I never give up without will.
Oh, I see. I never give up. Well, then that's a statement of your state of mind, your state of being. You're saying present tense in the past, right now, most likely in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's like the sky is blue. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, it was blue yesterday. Likely, hopefully, it'll be blue tomorrow.
Maybe
Yeah.
it would be blue.
Maybe. Well, let's hope so. I won't give up to improve my English is a slight problem here. Look, I got a little green line from.
Give up improving my English.
Very good. That's it. Instead of a infinitive, you want to use a gerund. Yep. I won't give up improving my English. That's right. Give up. I won't give up dancing. I won't give up playing ping pong. Okay. It has to be a gerund after this verb. Some verbs can be followed, most verbs can be followed by either an infinitive or a gerund. However, some demand that they are followed by a gerund and a gerund only. This is such a case. Some demand they must be followed only by an infinitive. All right, let's continue with other uses. All right, the be going to is used to express a plan. All right. A person, the idea, the person, all right, it's a plan. A person intends to do something in the future. Again, as I've said many times when teaching these verb tense classes and conditionals, the speaker's choice of verb tense is dependent on their own state of mind. All right, so you have to understand that if the speaker is completely bonkers, they may say statements that are completely not realistic or just crazy. But they may use the verb tense. I can tell you that I'm going to spend my weekend on Mars. Well, that's probably not realistic, but sure, if I believe that's my plan, then there's nothing wrong with that sentence. I won't be teaching verbling tomorrow because I'm going to spend my weekend with 100 beautiful virgins in the forests of Brazil. Okay. Right. Well, not really. That's crazy. Okay, let's look at examples of plans. Remember, plans. He's going to spend his vacation in Hawaii. Third person, speaking in the third person, talking about someone else's plans, or as you perceive them to be. Okay? She is not going to spend her vacation in Hawaii. Okay? Again, it would be common to say isn't. We usually contract. You can say, it's nothing wrong with saying she's not going to spend her vacation, but it's just a little bit more common to say she isn't going to. Also, one other thing about this this second future simple verb tense, pronunciation wise, it would be very normal to say it like this. He's gonna is very common, okay? It'd be very normal for me to pronounce this as gonna. Okay, he's gonna spend his vacation in Hawaii. She isn't gonna spend her vacation in Hawaii. Just, okay, normally reduced speaking in everyday life, this is very common. Since this is actually part of a verb tense, I thought I should bring that up. You can't reduce going to. You can certainly always do it with future simple because you're going to have to follow it with a verb, and going to is an auxiliary. If going to is the main verb, I am going to Manila. I can't say I'm gonna Manila. That sounds utterly weird. It has to be, in order to be reduced, it has to be followed by a verb. Okay, when are we going to meet each other tonight? See this in a question form. What is the plan? The speaker is actually saying, what is the plan? Okay. And B answers with the plan. The plan is at 6 o'clock. We're going to meet at 6 o'clock. Okay, doesn't matter how realistic the expression is. I'm going to be an actor when I grow up. All right, fine. Okay. All right, question, another, I'm skipping down a little bit. Who are you going to invite to the party? What's the plan? Who do you plan to invite to the party? Now, normally it would not make any difference, right? If I said, who will you invite to the party, really I'm saying, okay, I'm actually asking for a prediction. which is our next use. If I can jump forward slightly, will or be going to can be used to express a prediction. So to the listener, you know, who will you invite to the party? Okay, who do you predict that you will invite to the party? It doesn't sound all that strange. It is a little odd. But there's going to be, you know, there are going to be situations where it does make a difference and it will actually change meaning. So it's important that you know these. Quite often the two future simple forms are really, you know, I'm guessing here, but probably 95, 98% compatible. You could say either one and a native speaker will never notice the difference. But then there's that 2 to 5% of the time where it makes a big difference and it totally changes the meaning of the sentence. Who's going to make John's birthday cake? Okay. Let's prediction. Let's try predicting using going to. Make me a prediction. Khaled.
Okay. I'm gonna to spend my vacation in Turkey after a week.
Spend my vacation
in Turkey.
In Turkey.
Yeah.
In. Very good. In is correct. In Turkey.
After a week.
After
1 week. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 1 week, a week. So,
okay.
After a week. Okay. All right. I think, Khaled, it sounded like you tried to reduce the going to, and it sounded like gonna to. If you reduce it, then you don't say to, just gonna. I'm gonna spend my vacation.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So don't repeat the to. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, that sounds like a plan to me. Great. Andre, tell me about your plans.
I'm not gonna to pay through the nose for useless stuff.
Stuff or staff?
Stuffs.
Stuff. You can't say stuffs.
Instead, you should be a. Instead, you.
What? Oh,
should,
a.
In the stuff, you should substitute.
Okay. More less staff. Okay.
Staff.
Okay. I'm not. Again, be careful of gonna. You can't say gonna to. Just gonna. I'm not gonna pay through the nose for useless staff. Yeah. Okay. That is not your plan. Okay. Very good. Obviously, you plan on business things, what you're paying people, etc. So yes, we're going to use this going to a lot in business. Actually, that's very logical because you plan everything. Okay, Oksana, tell me about your plans.
What mean through the nose?
Oh, okay, yeah. This entire yeah. I should explain that. I'm sorry. Pay through the nose. He used a funny idiom, which is why I was laughing. This is an idiom. The whole thing together is an expression. If you pay through the nose, you overpay. You pay a lot. Okay. Okay, so if you have medical care in the United States.
This meaning you not pay, yeah?
Yeah, he says he's not going to pay. That's in his sentence. That's right. Yeah. If you have medical care in the United States.
It seems to me that he pay through the nose, that someone pay a lot of money. I mean, every time he expends his money, he doesn't worry about his money. That's something like this. Like when your nose is yes, in problem.
I'm not sure. let me give you another example. If you have medical care, if you get medical care in the United States, you're going to pay through the nose. All right?
Mhm.
If you want to buy yourself a Lamborghini to drive around in, well, you're going to pay through the nose. You're going to pay a lot of money. No
Okay.
question. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
my example. I am going to have breakfast after these lessons.
Okay.
Lesson. After this
Lesson. Okay. Perfect. All right. That's totally perfect. All right. And, you know,
Can
not world-shattering,
say-
but yes, a
Mhm.
plan. Go ahead.
Can I say I gonna to have breakfast this lesson after this lessons? I am
What?
going to have breakfast after these lessons.
I'm going to
It
have.
is some-
Oh, yeah.
After.
I forgot. I forgot after. That was my mistake. Actually, it needs to have after. Yes.
Can I say I am gonna to have breakfast after this lesson, or it's not possible?
No, it's not
No,
possible.
no possible. Mm.
I'm gonna have breakfast. Gonna have breakfast. No extra to sound.
Mm-hmm.
It is included in the reduced form. That's the part. Gone. No. Okay. Abimelech, tell me about your plans, man. Abimelech, are you there? I saw you kind of jumping around and having a little connection problem. Nope. Okay. Salvatore, your turn. Your turn. Tell me a plan.
I'm going to buy a house in Piazza San Marco in Venice. On.
Sorry, I couldn't spell that.
Square, maybe Square San Marco.
Oh, okay. Well, in English we would say San Marco Square, just so you know how
Okay.
we normally phrase it. Going to buy a house on San Marco Square. Okay. And then you said something else, but it's not important. Here, I want to point out that this is interesting. This is correct. He's absolutely correct. Normally, when we're talking about an area, we say in. There's a weird little exception here. If you're on a square or on the lake, I'm going to buy a house on the lake at the edge of something else. Okay? I'm going to buy a house on the seashore. Okay, on the edge of something else. A square is, if you're buying a house next to the square, you're not really in the square. The square is an open area. So you're on the edge. So we use on. Just want to say that.
Okay.
All right, we had lunch in San Marcos Square, for example. Okay. So a little interesting thing with prepositions. That's correct, though. Very good. Now, these two future simple verb forms are completely interchangeable when you're talking about a prediction. So, okay, many times, no listener is going to sit there and think, is he making an offer? Is he making a promise? Is he telling me about a plan, or is he simply making a prediction? No one cares. The listener's just going to process the information. This is future. This is the action. Okay. No one's going to bother to process all of these ideas we've been looking at most of the time. And most of the time, it may overlap. You could be, making an offer that may so also be a prediction, which may also be your plan. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, in prediction sentences, the subject usually has little control over the future, and therefore uses 1 to 3 do not apply. Okay, there's no difference in meaning. The year 2222 will be a very interesting year. Maybe, maybe not. The year 2022 is going to be a very interesting year. Oh, okay. Well, okay. These are obviously predictions because they're obviously completely out of the speaker's control. John Smith will be the next president. Okay. It will rain later. It's going to rain later. Well, okay. I can't really control that, so sure, I'm going to use either simple future form. And this is what I just said. In the simple future, it's not always clear which use the speaker has in mind. Usually the speaker isn't even thinking about that either, and the listener can't tell. So that's what I've been trying to tell you guys. Usually it doesn't really matter. An additional point, which you absolutely need to know, which touches on something Oksana said earlier, which I knew was coming up, so I didn't go into it earlier, but pay attention, Oksana. Like all future forms, the simple future cannot be used in clauses beginning with time expressions. This is a very important rule. Okay? Such as when, there's your when. Okay? When, while, before, after, by the time, as soon as. Yeah. We can't use future tense when we start a clause with any of these words. You cannot use future tense. For example, when you will arrive tonight, we will go out for dinner. This is not possible in English. All right? And I think, for you Russian speakers, I think that this is very strange for you guys. I think it is possible. Very important that you note this.
Sorry, teacher. I mean, the correct one, when when you arrive tonight, we will go out. What's the correct one? I mean. Okay.
This one is correct. The second one is
okay. Thank you.
correct. So this is the way you have to say it. When you arrive tonight, present tense, we will go out for dinner. Now, okay, I have future tense in my other clause. So the clause, the part of the sentence, one complete idea, or maybe not complete idea. You cannot use, I cannot say when you will arrive tonight. Okay, this is impossible. Same for these other, before you will arrive, I will clean the house. No, I can't say that. By the time you will arrive, I will clean the house. No. Nope, nope, nope. I can't say any of those. As soon as you will arrive, I can't say it. So I have no choice but to use simple present. All right. Okay. All right. As always, adverbs will go, you will never help him, will go, usually precede the verb if they're acting on that verb, if they're supposed to affect that verb. Never help, okay, that's modifying the verb. So it's always correct to put the adverb here, all right, in front of the verb. Will you ever help him? All right. You are never going to meet Jane. All right. Okay. Adverbs will jump around. They have different functions. Adverbs sometimes are used to modify adjectives, so obviously it has to go in front of the adjective if that's its purpose in the sentence. Let's take a quick look at fun with passives. We get 5 more minutes. Let's play around with this. Okay, the 2 different verb forms. John will finish the work by 5 p.m. Okay, active. The work will be finished by 5 p.m. Notice we don't even care that John did it. Notice the construction. We keep the auxiliary will, then be. All right. Okay. So just the normal verb to be here. We're not doing anything weird with using the past participle or anything else. Just be. And then finish. This is the past participle. Okay. All right. In the going to forms, Sally is going to make a beautiful dinner tonight. All right. That's her plan. Or maybe it's a prediction. Again, in this case, we don't know, and it really doesn't matter. A beautiful dinner is going to be made by Sally tonight. All right. We have the verb to be, the going to, and now the extra verb to be, just be, and past participle. All right. Beautiful dinner is going to be made by Sally tonight. Okay. That means there is a plan to make a beautiful dinner. Possibly, or again, who knows? Maybe it's just a prediction. Okay. Let's see. Oksana, why don't you try making a passive sentence following the second examples here, where the action happens to the subject.
The lessons will be finished by 1 o'clock.
Okay. Whoops.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Right. And yep. The action happens to the lessons. We don't really even know who's teaching the lessons, and that's great. Good job. Salvatore, want to try making a passive?
This speech will be told by president.
What? This picture?
No, sorry. This speech.
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 Got
Yes,
it.
this speech will be told by president.
By the president. We always
The
have
president.
to use. Yeah, we always have to use the with president because there's only one, or at least only one for each country, unless of course you're Libya. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. It's right.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. The speech will be okay. This is a little awkward as well, Salvatore. We wouldn't normally. You don't tell a speech. Usually the verb that we use with this noun is give. A president gives a speech. So you don't tell a speech. We would never say, I'm going to tell a speech. I would say, I'm going to give a speech. So
okay.
this would be given. That's much better.
Given, yeah.
Okay, that's the normal collocation.
Okay.
Okay. Khaled, you want to give it a try?
Messi will be the best player.
Okay.
Will be the best player by the end of 2004. 14, sorry. 2014.
Getting very confused. Future tense,
Yeah.
past, days.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is simple future here. This is an active sentence.
Active, yeah.
Okay. So I don't, and we just have will be. There's no other main verbs. I can't think we can. I don't think we can say the best player will be Messi. Okay. Well, that doesn't. That's not really passive. That's also active. If I say the best player will be Messi, Messi will be the best player.
Yeah.
Either way, it's an active sentence. Okay. And I don't think there's any way to make this into a passive sentence. I don't think it's possible. Well, very good. You've created a sentence that's impossible to make passive. Okay, interesting. Maybe next week we can talk about passives, but I am afraid. Okay, I'm afraid I am out of time. I got to get going. I have another class I have to get to.
Okay.
So thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you again next